and Fire Brigade landlines.
Regrets are.
One long regret.
Bad sound is a turn-off. People will put up with glitches in the pictures, but if they can't hear what people are saying, they hit the off switch. But who's to blame? Editors can only work with the raw materials you give them. Garbage in, garbage out. When I record, I aim for clean, audible sound, but it also has to fit the qualities needed for the program or segment, and it has to cut together. We're going to take you through one of the basics of sound recording, the office interview. When I started out, I didn't care too much about what program we did or what happened to what I recorded.
Girls?
As long as I got something on tape, it was okay by me.
So, where are we today?
It's a round-table interview with the 12-member committee on incompetence in the workplace. Think you've got enough mics to cover it?
Don't wet yourself, it's a one-on-one office interview.
If you act like a professional, you'll be treated like one. The first thing to do is get an overview.
What's the office like? Is there a window?
Yes, there is.
Before you decide what gear you'll need, find out as much as you can about where you're going and what you're
I was wondering
doing.
what the setup was this morning.
Right, well, it's an interview situation.
Right.
Between two people.
Okay then, you're using your own questions?
Yes, I am.
Right. You're wanting a few reversals, do you think? Or?
Indeed.
You'll also need to know if this interview is going to be part of a larger program, so you can match up sound quality with anything that's already been shot.
At some stage, so do you have a problem with that?
No. What I might do is give you a lapel mic.
Right.
And I'll use a floor stand as well.
How much time is there to set up and shoot? What mics were used in other interviews for the show?
Okay.
Terrific.
Right to go.
Fine.
If you don't use a return line, your camera operator becomes the last link in the chain, listening to the camera's built-in monitor speaker. Also, if you find you're getting badly distorted sound, it's a good idea to check the mic line switching we mentioned earlier. By the time your guest arrives, almost everything should be set up and ready to roll. All you need to do now is make them comfortable, get final levels, and do a last-minute double check of your setup. Right, could we get a few words just for level checks, please? Level check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Testing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2.
Oh, sounds like my batteries have gone again. I only changed them an hour ago. Well, if your mics are phantom powered from the mixer, your batteries can drain really easily.
Right. Roll to record, please.
Recording.
Jerry Wade, experienced film and video sound recordist. What should a sound recordist do when they go out on a location?
Well, the first thing to do is get an overview. And when the interview's happening, it's important to be listening for any problems. I'm sorry, we'll have to stop. I'm getting hum.
Make a difference?
Yeah.
Sorry, my fault. I've run a light leak next to a sound plate.
Okay, quiet please for a buzz track.
Like we said before, bad sound is a turn-off. When you see the finished product, will you want to go and hide in a cupboard or tell everyone it's your work? What you do as a sound recordist is a vital part of the process, and how you do it has implications right through the chain. There's a lot to think about, but that's half the fun. Shh. Sorry.
Feature film lighting is a collaborative art form. Each shot, each lighting design is the result of a team of people working together. They use a variety of tools to construct a total lighting environment, carefully adjusting each element aiming to create highlights, shadows, and lighting textures. Each light is positioned to achieve an effect, to set a mood appropriate to the film they're making. But my story isn't about the world of feature film lighting. In news and current affairs, there are no dollies, there are no lighting trucks, there's no lighting team standing by to set and adjust the lights. What there is one person. I followed the work of Scott Frankel for a day as he lit an office interview for me.
What's the one thing above all else that really matters about lighting an interview?
I'll tell you one thing, it isn't just theory, it isn't just three-point lighting. You've got to use your environment and do something special with your lighting that makes the interview, that tells a viewer what you're trying to say. And you've got to do all that with gear you can pack in the back of a wagon.
What Scott had said intrigued me. Even if it wasn't the whole story, I went in search of the three-point lighting principle, a subject lit by 3 lights, a key, fill, and backlight. The key light is usually the strongest source, providing the levels needed and modelling the subject with shadows. The fill light brings out details in the shadowed areas, and the backlight helps separate the subject from the background.
So you'll be using a key, fill and backlight to create a broadcast quality image?
Hold on, I won't decide anything until I know what we're doing, where we're going and what the interview's for. I'd light it with a candle if I thought that'd give us a picture we wanted.
Right, so what you're saying is, seeing you're the person who's responsible for lighting the interview, first you have to get an overview, find out what and where and the kind of mood we need to create.
Yep.
How do you do that?
You were going to tell me.
Oh, right, yes, it's a one-on-one interview in your normal office.
Is it a modern office? Does it have a window? Are we going for bites or will it be a two-way?
Scott was right. He needed a clear brief from me on the type of interview we were shooting, what mood I wanted him to create, as well as basic information about the lighting environment.
It's a human interest story, so I'd like it to be a bright, up-tempo interview.
We've got the right place.
Let's see what we can do then.
I discovered many things in my day with Scott. Lighting's used for 2 reasons. One is technical, the other aesthetic. But there's no right or wrong way to light anything, only what's appropriate to the type of interview you're doing and the effect you're after. Train your eyes. Use what's there. Look for alternatives. And always be ready for the unexpected.
I like it. Ready to roll? I guess they'll be here soon.
Sorry, folks, no good for sound. We're going to have to move.